Hi, sorry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you talked earlier on Tennis Channel about going point by point through the tie break.
Yeah.
Can you talk about just the match, because it was such a close match, so
Yeah.
many momentum swings in emotion, and then you had to play that tie break, which was its own drama. But.
Well, I thought I was really solid throughout the whole match, and Belinda didn't play that well in the first set, and then she really picked up the pace in the second set. She played really well in the second set, and I was a little too short, I think, with the type of player that Belinda is. You really have to have great depth on your shots, and in the second set I was hitting good and flat and strong, but not very deep, and so she played really well. And then in the third set, it was just a momentum swing, up and down in emotions, and I just tried to stay in the moment and try to stay within myself and do the things that I needed to do. And I think in the end, it was so humid also. I think we both lost a lot of, just a lot of fluids. And so I feel like my whole body just turned into echo mode, sort of, just an animal that relies on his instincts, I guess.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
At least in the third set, I saw like the majority of the crowd was behind you. There was a lot of cheering, including during points. So how much do you feed off that, and how much is that a distraction sometimes?
I like it. I think every player is different. It really suits my personality when the crowd gets into it, and I don't really mind if it's against or for me. Obviously, it's much better when they are behind you. But I always played really well when we played Fed Cup out, not at home, but someplace else, because I just sort of get into this tunnel and I don't even realize if it's for or against me. I just feel the crowd getting into it, and it's like this weird swirl of emotion and energy that just creates a tremendous atmosphere and just helps me stay in position and stay in balance with my mind and body, I guess.
You finished before the rain again.
Oh,
here.
yes.
So there's been a lot of late finishes.
Please don't mention any liquids.
No. No water like coming out. But you finished late here in years past. I remember one time you played like a semifinal here against Cornet maybe, and it finished like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And there have been a lot of late finishes again this year. With Murray went till 3 a.m. last night, and then he pulled out.
That's a tough one,
I mean, what is your thoughts on just how this tournament handles schedule and weather? Because it's unusual and it goes late repeatedly. And so for some players, it's too much, and it's unclear what other options they have. But what do you make of the
Well, the thing is, there's always pro and cons to it. I personally love to play late, and I always play my best when I play late. And it's just, I think the thing that I mentioned earlier, it's just different when you play night matches. The crowd is different. They finish their day, they're here for some entertainment. They get into it. They have a few beers, whatever it is that helps. But so that is great. But obviously, so when Andy finishes at 3, that means he's probably not going to sleep before 6 a.m. And I think people don't realize that, because apart from doing press and massage and recovering and going to the ice bath and all of that, it's just your body is, especially when you win 7-6 in the third and when it's such a tight match, your body is just filled with endorphins, and even if you want to, you just cannot sleep, and the match goes through your mind over and over and over again, and you keep replaying moments in your head and things you could have done differently, and it's just impossible to fall asleep when you play that late, and it throws off your whole kind of your whole biological clock, I guess. So that's definitely a con, but then again, it's so awesome to play the night matches, so I really don't have an answer for you. That's why I keep talking, so you forgot your question, and my answer won't matter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your Tennis Channel interview that you just had, probably one of the funniest things I've seen today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you have very little fun in your life.
Thank you.
Sorry.
My question would be, like, how would you describe your humor? Because you're very positive, you're very outgoing. How would you kind of translate that to the tour in your tremendous and hard schedule throughout the year?
Well, there were times where it was difficult for me to do that, because I think I read this book. It was a really great book, The Art of Learning. It's about this chess player. Have you seen Searching for Bobby Fischer? So the kid in this thing, he wrote the book. And he talks about how the coaches, when he won the championships, the US championships, he got some coaches that tried to put strategies into him that were not suited to his personality. And I think many times I made the mistake that I tried to take the fun part out of my game just because I'm German too, apart from being just a happy person in general. But so I like to be very disciplined and very serious about my work and do everything as perfectly as possible. So I think now I'm trying to incorporate the fun as well into my matches, into my practices, and that works much better because it's just overall my personality. And there are still moments where I just cry myself to sleep, but in a fun way.
Did you have a short delay in your match? Because there was a short delay in the men's match, the 2 o'clock match.
Rain delay?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was after...
like 10 minutes or so?
Yeah,
okay,
like
so
10, 20 minutes.
Can you explain how you handle that, especially if you're playing well? I mean, obviously right now we're looking at 2 hours or longer for what's currently on the court, but even 10 minutes can maybe throw you off your rhythm. How do you deal with a delay like that? How do you deal with a week like this where the weather is unstable?
Well, it is a difficult thing to do, and when the rain came, it was a really unfortunate moment for me because I was up 5-3, 40-30, and serving with a set point, and then the rain came, and so we went off. The set was not finished, and I just replayed the serve that I wanted to play over and over in my head. Not even willingly, it just came to me. I just sort of kept seeing what I wanted to do, and it's so strange how a tennis player's mind works because you go through all the options. You're like, should I serve slice T, or should I go big wide, or should I just play off pace? And then I decided on one thing that I wanted to do, and then I just replayed it for 15 minutes and sort of stayed in the rhythm. But the thing is, you build up so much tension by doing that when I won the set, I kind of had a letdown in the second set. So it's not easy, but you know, everything is a challenge. If you take it positively, you're probably going to react to it positively as well.
So you're back into the semis, and I know last year you lost a tough one to Julia. Do you still remember that match at all? Think about it, or do you look ahead, new year, new opportunity, semis again?
I do still think about it, but more in terms of Julia than really of me, because I remember thinking after that match, she's playing so well. She should be doing well in Grand Slams, and she should just do better. I don't know. She was already a really good player. I think she was maybe around 30 or top 30, but now things are coming together for her, and I felt that in that match. I felt like she was doing so well. So I don't really think about myself that much in that match, but more about Julia. And when I see her doing well, I'm like, yeah, I felt that it was coming. You know, sometimes you just have this. You just have this feeling about a player, and you have a better feeling when you play against them because you know what's going on and how well she was focusing and concentrating in the most important moments. So, and really going for her shot. So I was feeling that there was some amount of confidence coming from the other side.
So this is kind of a related question. It's about your associations with tournaments and whether. Because I know a lot of times it's the losses or negative things that can kind of stick in somebody's memory more so than positive ones. But with a tournament like this where you've made the finals and stuff like that, I mean, is it the case that sort of overshadows other associations you may have with the tournament, or is there layers? Like, how does it work when you come to a place that you've been to and had a lot of matches before? Well,
so it's very easy when you do well at tournaments because you just have a great feeling about the place, about the tournament, about the people that are there, and it's sort of just a positive vicious circle, if that makes sense, just because if you do well, you stay longer, players leave, you get in touch with everybody who's working, you get in touch with the tournament director, so you just form a bond. So when you come back, all the people are already familiar, so that's easy. When you play badly at tournaments, what I try to do, I just try to reassociate the things that I experience at the place with good things, so I always make a list of things that are fun, I don't know, ice cream in great places, nice restaurants, cool bars, whatever, and then I try to, if I have time, obviously, to fill a day with only positive things. So when I leave, I have the positive things in my mind and not the negative things. It's not always easy to do because sometimes we have to rush to other tournaments, but it really helps. It just switches your mind to and reassociates you with positive things.
So you saved match point in the tiebreak, and we spoke to Stefanos earlier. He saved match points in his opening match.
Oh, really?
He's in the semi. Is that the type of thing that can potentially propel one on a run, or when it's the next match, when it's later on in the tournament, what happened earlier has no relevance?
Well, it definitely gives you a strange boost of confidence because yesterday, it's like you're a dead man walking and then all of a sudden somebody just revives you. Because yesterday I was down, or 2 days ago, I was down against Sloane with a set and a break, and I somehow managed to come back from that. So today, in the most crucial moment when I was down and when I was facing match point, I didn't feel so badly about myself. I had this boost of confidence that I did turn a match around before. And I think we've seen it in the Grand Slams this year. Caroline Wozniacki won the Australian Open after saving match point. Then at the French Open, Simona Halep won. I don't think she saved match point. Did you save? No, she didn't save match point. But everybody saved match points and then won a slam. So I saved match points. I hope I'm going to win a slam one day. And that's all I have to say.